Assembly Member Boff.
Where does, Mr. Mayor, where does your transport strategy take into account the contribution that motorbikes can make to reducing congestion and pollution?
There is a section in here that deals with motorcycles, which I'll hopefully one of my colleagues will find. But there is a section in here. Motorcycles, of course, there was an issue in relation to emissions that you referred to. Also an issue in relation to safety that is referred to in the report as well, which I'm sure Val and Michael will find shortly, if you bear with us. But I can answer your next question if you want in the meantime.
I can talk to you about motorcycle if you wish.
Yes, it's specifically on their contribution towards reducing congestion and pollution.
Okay,
I'm sure it's in there, I just can't see it.
So we know there's about 100,000 motorcycle trips a day in London at the moment, but it does seem increasingly there is a lot more businesses using them for delivery. So the first thing to say is that they are nonetheless motorised transport. So if you're looking at a healthy streets approach, which is about promoting active transport, you know, walking, cycling and public transport are the priorities. However, given that, as you say, because of their relative road space efficiency, if businesses want to use motorcycles, our commitment is to try and make sure that they can drive them in as safe an environment as possible, and that we want them to be driven in a safer way as possible.
I appreciate what
so
you
in terms of the mode shift hierarchy, that they're not a priority as such, because they are still motorised transport. However, we want to make sure that people who choose to use them are safe.
So that is not, is that in the strategy?
The Healthy Streets approach
is
very
fine.
clear. It's walking, cycling, public transport.
So when I asked where is it that motorcycles within the strategy can refer to that they can reduce congestion and pollution, there is no reference to that. Is that correct?
Page 69.
Yeah.
Okay.
Proposal 11, which has 5 parts to it.
Yeah, and it says what?
It says call on boroughs to allow motorcycle access to their bus. Well, it's quite long. I mean,
the bus lanes thing.
It's got 5 different parts to it.
Okay.
I can read it to you if you like, but it's a whole page.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
And we've also, in the LIPS guidance, we have said to the boroughs, not just that we would like them, where it is safe to do so, to allow motorcycles into their bus lanes, but we would like them to make provisions for things like secure motorcycle parking. So again, this is a key issue for many motorcyclists in London, and the high rate of thefts.
That's not a
So, you know, it's about looking at how we can offer support to the motorcycling community and the businesses that use them in a sensible way.
I think on the page that the Mayor refers to, sorry, without prolonging it, it does explicitly refer, as you will see, to two-wheel vehicles contributing to a significant role in low-impact freight and servicing trips, because one of the things we had previously discovered was the proliferation of white vans and other vehicles moving around the city weren't always being very effectively used in terms of the number of parcels and packages they might be carrying, and motorbikes clearly have some sort of role in that.
And there's also, just to reassure you, Andrew, a section that says, especially where these vehicles, motorbikes, the trips are made by ultra-low emission motorcycles. So there's a whole page there, but feel free to get in touch if you're not happy with.
Yeah, it's just, I didn't find it very apparent. It's just that prior to the election, Mr. Mayor, you wrote to the Motorcycle Industry Association, and you said it's clear motorbikes and scooters generate far less pollution, save time and money for the rider, and don't create congestion. It's absolutely right for us to enable powered two-wheelers to play their part in delivering a less congested road network. I just don't see that in the transport strategy.
Well, reread that page, which you didn't know existed, and then come back to me if you're still unhappy.
But you've absolutely explicitly, in one of the sections, said that you want to discourage the use of motorcycles. That doesn't square the circle from what you said prior to the motorcycle industry before the election.
If I may Chair, I think the...
You
I
are
think-
discouraging
I think-
people
I think
using
that there's a
motorcycles.
difference
That's
between
correct, is it not?
people using motorcycles for essential delivery journeys, you know, your plumbers going to a job with your tools, and people choosing to commute where actually there's a good public transport alternative. You know, so the issue is about the purpose of the journey, I
Well,
think.
the issue, yes, that's
and
lovely.
as far as possible,
that's
we
great.
do want to promote
You're eating into my
healthy,
time. That's
active
great.
transport.
But the importance, I think, is down to the driver, not to yourself. And it's clear to me, is it not, from the Mayor's statement prior to the election and the transport strategy, there is a mismatch. There just seems to be one.
You know,
You're
this is the
discouraging
first-
motorcycle use in the transport strategy,
This is the
and yet the Mayor was encouraging it before the election.
This is the first time there's ever been any strategic statement about motorcycling within TfL,
Yes, and
within
it's
the Mayor's
discouraging it.
within the City Hall, and the purpose of these statements are to make sure that where people choose to motorcycle, they can do so safely and they have supportive
Is it not fair to
facilities
say,
and
Ms
that
Shawcross, that you are discouraging the
and
use
that
of
they are
motorcycles?
clean?
Is it not fair to
But
say that you are
I would-
discouraging the use of
I would
motorcycles?
say that the key plank, the key objective of the Mayor's transport strategy is to promote healthy streets, i.e. that people should walk, cycle and
And specifically
public
exclude
transport.
motorcycling from those categories? You're
By
discouraging motorcycling.
A motorcycle is not walking,
Yeah.
it's not cycling, it's
Great.
not public transport.
So you're discouraging motorcycling. That's fine. Thank you, Mr. Thank you very
think,
much. No, that's fine.
I
That's
think,
all I need.
Andrew,
Okay, no,
you're,
I've got what I
you're
need.
trying
Thank
to
you.
put
No, let's-
words into the Mayor's
let's
mouth.
move on.
I've got what I
Assembly
need.
Member
I've got what I
Bailey.
need. Very much so.